Hey guys, welcome back again to framework development from scratch using page object model, Selenium version 4, Java and TestNG part 3. In today's sessions, you can learn how to integrate screenshot capture mechanism using page object model in TestNG test for Selenium with Java. So for any of the testing, whether you are doing functional testing or whether you are doing automation testing, whether you are doing UI or API or mobile or database, screenshot capturing is really required because that is your evidence. Until you are capturing the screenshot, how people can get to know that we have executed those scenario or not through manual or automation even. And sometime without that evidence, right, you cannot verify that your test got fail or pass like that. In case it's failing also, you need to log a defect properly or raise a clarification and taker. So without screenshot clarification, so without screenshot it will not satisfy that condition. Without your proper screenshot evidence, nobody will acknowledge that something is really genuine failure or not. So capturing the screenshot for the test execution is one of the important script in any test automation which help user to identify defect and problem by referring the screenshot. So Selenium WebDriver provides text screenshot interface to capture a screenshot of the web page when an exception or error occurred during the execution of the code. So when a tester tests any application, maybe many of the functionality not working compared to the expected result. So tester logs this as a defect and tell the developer about the getting of the defect in the code and suggests to fix the defect or bug to retest once again after the fix happening. However, developer might never accept a defect without required evidence and details. Developer need the required evidence to analyze the issue sometimes as well. That is why taking the screenshot in one of the is one of the mandatory evidence to view and understand why the test has failed. User can take screenshot in image file like PNG, JPG or JPG format. Few of the possible scenario where user might need to take capture screenshot using Selenium WebDriver, like there might be application issues, assertion failure, there might be difficulty to find web element on the web page, or there is a timeout issue to find web element on the web page, or sometime exception or error occurs during the runtime. So what is the process to capture the screenshot? So capturing screenshot in Selenium WebDriver is a three-step process. First, we need to create an object for the text screenshot interface. Since text screenshot is an interface, user cannot create an object directly. User need to convert the WebDriver object to take the screenshot. So you know typecast that driver object, right? WebDriver object or instance. After that, user need to call getScreenshot as method to create an image file which is provided by the text screenshot interface to capture the screenshot of the web page displayed in the driver object. So you can call that with the help of the screenshot object, whatever created from the text screenshot interface. You can call the method called getScreenshot as, and type will be output.file. You can save it some source file. Here the argument output.type.file specified in the getScreenshot as method will return the captured screenshot in the form of file. Therefore, user can store in the variable src with the type as file. And in the last step, user need to save the file of the returned by the getScreenshot as method using copy methods available in the file handler class. So file handler.copy source file and destination file. Now we'll see the implementation how we can capture the screenshot like specific to test level. So it is recommended to create a dedicated utility class to handle screenshot logic, making it reusable across user page object model. So first what we will do, we will go to the src main Java folder. So this is the project structure we are managing, right? Selenium for Java TestNG page object model project, and we can go to that src main Java folder. We can try to create a package first. Com dot training dot utility. We can click on finish. Okay, and here, so why we are creating a separate package so that we can have all the classes defined in the utilities, like all the utility class like capturing the screenshot, right, dealing with some external file, right, sometimes generating the report, all this stuff we can all this class we can keep it in the inside the folder com.training utility. I will right click and I will try to create a class here. It's called screenshot util, where we'll define the method, or we'll create a static method so that it can be accessible anywhere within the page object model. So what we'll do, we'll create a static method, public static method name. I can give something called text screenshot. Okay, here I can pass two argument, web driver comma string screenshot name. Okay, so web driver. Okay, now error message is coming. We did not give him the return type. We will do it return type later. Okay, and then we can use that format in the method. Okay, we can add the body. Now what is happening here? We need to import that web driver. We need to import that web driver interface from that org.open code Selenium. Still error is there. Why did not add the return type? Okay, so we can set the return type as void, because in case we are not returning anything, because this is the action we'll be doing, so you can add it return type as void. Now what we will do, as it is mentioned here, right? Okay, we need to create an object or instance for the text screenshot interface, and we need to typecast the driver. Okay, so what we'll be doing, text screenshot. I can give that object name called screenshot here, equal to text screenshot typecast driver. Okay, now what is the error coming? We need to import that text screenshot, right? Interface from the org.open.selenium packages. Now error message gone. Okay, now I need to store in some output file type, right? So I can create call that one. Okay, I can store it some file called source screenshot path, that is the variable object I can create, equal to object for the screenshot interface dot get screenshot as method, and here we can return type, we can give it out type dot file, output type dot file. Okay, so that is the way we can do it, the second step. So what is the error coming now? We need to import that java file class from the java.io package. Okay, now it is working fine, and also the output type also imported from the org.openq.selenium. Now this part also done. Okay, now what we can do, we can try to create a variable for getting the target path. Okay, so what we'll be doing, we can define some string format so that we can use the current date and time. So time stamp variable, what we can do, we can try to get right, simple date format, whatever, you can convert it and we can take the current date. So new simple date format class, we can do it, and we can provide the format whatever you want to take it, y hyphen hyphen dd underscore hyphen minutes hyphen second hyphen millisecond if required. I can do it within the double quote. This is the format we need to give it. So year, month, date, hour, minute, second, and millisecond. Then I can call the method called format, and here you can pass date. What you will do, new date. Okay, then I will end it. Okay, now error message will be coming. Okay, let's see what is the error message coming. So we need to import date from Java util, not the Java.sql. Okay, and also we need to import that simple date format also. New date, yeah, date is a function. Okay, now see what is the problem here happening. New date is fine. Okay, we need to remove one more. Okay, it's gone. Simple date format also imported from java.text.simple date format, right? So now I already created the what are the thing we need to add in the screenshot. Okay, then I can create a target path called string target path of the screenshot. Okay, what is the pattern I want to do it? I will be where I want to place the screenshot. So I want to place the screenshot in this particular project and in the target folder, right? We can create the screenshot. Okay, we can capture the screenshot. So what we can do, we can get the project path through with the calling the method called get dot system property, sorry, system dot get property user dot directory. So I can simply call system dot get property, okay, here, and we can give it user dot directory. So this will give you the correct path of the project. This is the current project path. This will come here, right? After that, what we can do, I can concatenate. We can use double quote slash slash. Where I want to capture the target folder, say target folder. Let's give it target folder. Again slash slash, and after that you can concatenate with screenshot, right? This one, screenshot name. Okay, what is the variable name we can pass? We already passed it. Screenshot name plus concatenation again, timestamp variable, and then the extension of the file, right? Then plus extension dot png format. I want to do it and end with colon. So error message gone. This is the target path where I want to like capture the screenshot. Now we'll be creating again a file class to have that target or destination screenshot path, right? Or you can give something called source. Instead of source, you can give target or destination screenshot path variable name. File class again I'm calling, and here I can give something called new file, and here I can provide this path, target path. So that is the way I'm creating a like object here. Now what we'll be doing, I'll be simply calling that file handler class dot copy method. You could see form to do. So what is the form? Source screenshot path, and destination is destination screenshot path. Now you could see some error is coming, so we need to surround with try catch block, or need to give some throws exception. So what I can do, I can show some exception or IO exception, anything. I can also try to print out something SOISO message, that screenshot captured. Okay, then I can concatenate with destination screenshot path. That is the stuff I can concatenate it. So that is the tab only we need to do. This is the only one time activity. So we are creating a class, and we are first creating a package com.training.utility. We are creating a class screenshot util.java, and we are creating an object or instance for the text screenshot interface, where we can type custom driver as the interface. We cannot instantiate or create the object or instance directly. After that, we are storing in some source screenshot path. We are trying to get the timestamp for the current date and time. We are giving the screenshot path where we need to place the screenshot. User direct system dot get property user is the project, and the target folder slash slash target folder. Then we are concatenating it with the arguments, whatever screenshot name we are giving. Screenshot name, just change it to screenshot name. Okay, then we are concatenating with timestamp, and then extension will be .png file, and we are storing in that file object. And after that, with the help of the file handler, we are copying it source to destination file, and we are also printing the destination. That is the stuff we done. Now what we will do, we will go to the actual test cases. Okay, and wherever I want to capture the screenshot, let's see what are the test cases available here. So there in that particular Selenium 4 test cases class, right, there are three methods available, and all should be actually passing, right, because of the assertion part. Okay, now we can try to capture the screenshot at the last. So what we can do, we can try to take that class. Okay, here what I can do, I can try to take that class dot method name, you could see take screenshot, and here I need to pass the driver, and what is the method name. I can do it also. I can do it something called login header verification, test case name login header verification. Okay, now what I need to do, I need to surround the try catch block, or I need to give some declarations, source exception. Similar way, for the other test cases also, right, wherever unsuccessful error I want to validate it, I can also try to capture the screenshot. Same way, I can give some source declaration and exception wherever required. You can do it here. You can give some message called error or unsuccessful login method name. We can give it. Now let's try to run this code for with two screenshot captured already implemented into method. Okay, already this code has been saved. Now you can go to the TestNG XML file. You can save the code and you can try to run it. Run as TestNG suit. So whatever method we have tried to implement, we have already implemented in screenshot util.java file, which is the utility functions or utility class, for which we already created a new method called com.training.utility, so that it is not affecting other stuff, right? It's isolated completely. Okay, so all the test cases will try to execute one by one. Some socket extension coming, that is fine. Okay, let's see at the end what other expected stuff is happening. Okay, this is the last test case executing. Okay, you could see all the four test cases got passed, right? So in the test, right, in the class Selenium 4 test case, there was three methods, so it is getting passed. And other class verify PIM page functionality, it is having one method, it is also getting passed. Now you can try to refresh the project. Okay, you can try to go to the test output and you can open that report, MLable report, right? You could see here the report is still same, right? This is the suit name, test name, this is the package name to the class name. These are the different methods available in the first class, and this is the second class, package name, class name. This is the methods available, all are getting passed. You could able to see the total time taken for every class execution. Now if you go to that target folder, you could see total two screenshot capture. What are the two screenshots we have tried to capture? One is for the fast test cases, right? What is the name? Login header. Okay, it will come based on the alphabetical order here in target folder. So login header, right? We are just trying to open the page and we are trying to check that login header is available or not without doing anything. So let's open it. You could see the login header is there and no username password value is entered here. It is perfectly working fine. And other test cases, like in case we are giving some invalid credential like admin ID and admin 1234 password is not a valid credential, it will throw you that invalid credential error, and it is also validating that title and the current URL as well. So the screenshot name will be added like like error on unsuccessful login. Then what is being added? Then you could see that 2025 7 date, current date, time, and millisecond dot png as well. Okay, so now what we can do, you can open it also. You could see the invalid credential also coming. So still you want to validate also, you can go to the complete target folder path, properties it, and then go to that path here directly. Open in any of the explorer windows, or you can open that file explorer. You could see sorry, target folder. This is the two screenshot already captured, right? One is after giving invalid credential, and invalid credential, that is the stuff I want to validate. And one is after simply opening that page, right? The login text is also available and validating it. So that is the way, right? You can try to only create a static method in the right in that screenshot util class, which is available in the com.training.utility packages. So we are why we are creating static method, so that with the help of that particular class we can directly call it without creating any object, for instance. And where we are passing like driver and the screenshot name. And then whenever we want to write give it, you could see we are giving something called screenshot name and plus. If you want to give some underscore also, you can give it, that not be a problem. Here what you can do again, you can give a plus sign, you can give some underscore here. Okay, so screenshot name, right? Name and then timestamp and then .png will be coming. So here instead of simply write the screenshot name error and successful login, it is adding, right, YYDD format, YYYY hyphen mm hyphen DD hyphen hour minute second and underscore millisecond, right, hyphen millisecond dot png. So it can be one more underscore as well. Now same way, let's try to go implement that one in that other test case as well. So what I can do, I can try to implement for all the test cases. So what is the before assert all we need to do it. Okay, so I need to just surround with that exceptions, and here what is the verify successful login. So I can make it something name as successful login. Okay, that is the I can do it. And for the other test case which is available in the other class, what I can do, I can simply go here and also try to implement it. Okay, and I can give something called add employee. That's all. Add employee. Now I can remove these two screenshot. Okay, simply remove it. Okay, so that you can validate that again after running it, the screenshot will be captured. You can refresh it again. Okay, in the target folder is completely blank. Now save the code. So now I am for all the method I am trying to capture the screenshot. So let's run it and see. So before the assertions, always try to capture the screenshot, or that in case any failure is there, or we can do it. Apart from that, we will implement that how we can capture the screenshot whenever we are trying to generate some report, right? Specific based on the status, right? Either for passed, failed, or skipped, right? We will implement those part in the upcoming videos. You can get to know instead of capturing the screenshot for all the test methods, which might be tedious job. We'll try to implement some listeners, and in those listeners method we'll try to add the step that whenever you want to screenshot, whether the test case is passed, I want to screenshot, capture the screenshot. Whenever test case is getting failed, I want to capture the screenshot or not, right? Now you can see here, refresh it. So you can go here, right? The 4 screenshot is getting captured. What is the name? Add employee. If you open it, you could see that page is coming here. Okay, after successfulness, employee page is coming, right? Whatever details you already added, it should be coming. And then error or unsuccessful login, and timestamp also got changed, right? It is 19:26 p.m. Okay, and error on successful login, it is also properly coming. Okay, because in case of giving invalid credential, so your invalid credential is coming. And login part also, login button is also coming properly. And then successful login, in case success is there, right? We are going to the home page, and these are the different sections also coming, so properly working fine. Similarly, you can go to the target folder again, you can validate it. Now if you refresh the project again, already refreshed, now you can go to that emailable report HTML, so you can generate the report. That 4 test case also got executed, everything is passed. So that is the way you can write the method only for one time in that screenshot util class. And in case something required later point of time, you can just update that class only, so automatically everywhere wherever that particular method being called, like it will be updated accordingly. And we are creating a static method always, so that with the help of the class reference I can directly call it without creating an object. And during calling it, just I am providing the screenshot name and just driver reference. So that is the way I am trying to capture the screenshot like wherever required. Okay, for any class level, especially for the test cases using that page object model design pattern. That's all from today's session, guys. Thank you.